Hey guys, MD Prepper here, another knife review. This time on the Mora Scout, also known as the Mora 440. These blades come in lots of different colors. They're exactly the same otherwise in the colors. They come with, obviously, black here, the tactical black. The reason I picked it up, just to play around with it. Didn't have one of these. This black sheath, black grips. The various colors will come with a different grip on them and a different attachment and a little strip right here, which we'll talk about in a second. Multiple colors that come in yellow and blue, red. They might come in green, I can't remember. Anyway, large line of colors for whatever the world you're looking for. I just wanted a black Mora just because I didn't have one, so picked it up for cheap. These will run you anywhere between 13 to 18 bucks, give or take. I think the average price is about 15. I think I paid for about 15 for this one. Basically, all the blades are identical in the 440 line. All you're getting otherwise is different colored grips and attachment sheath options, but whatever. Just got the black because I didn't have a black Mora, so why not? Stats on this thing comes with Sandvik cold rolled special stainless steel. All of these, from what I can tell, are stainless steel, at least all the ones I've ever seen of the Scout line. These are a little bit shorter than your standard Mora knives. They are 3 3/4 inch clip point on them. Overall, it's 8 1/4 inches total length. Now, unlike some of your Moras, like the Clippers and some of your other style Moras that are about a 1/3 tang or so, this one appears to be about 3/4 tang. I do not have my magnet in front of me here at the moment. Should have grabbed that, sorry. But it comes to about there that I can pick up the magnet. So you can baton with this very easily. You can baton with the 1/3 tang one's just fine, but a little added bonus of strength there. I like that. Comes with a lanyard hole back here on the back side, which most of your Moras do not. You see that right there. Let me show you a close-up of it. Clip point there. Very nice blade, stainless. Got some ribbing here on it, just some basic ribbing. Hard plastic, not the rubberized or anything like that, but it's okay. And there's your lanyard hole on the back side, if you can see how that is right there. So this is okay. Let me go ahead and say this has a much smaller, thinner grip than most of the Mora blades I've got, other than the classics. This is primarily for smaller used people, Boy Scouts, women with small hands, etc. This would be a great blade getting your children into bushcraft and all of that. I definitely pick this over the Mora Classic, as you've got your guards up here, your hilt, so the hand doesn't slide up on it necessarily and get cut. Going to be able to do a little bit better, finer work with this slightly smaller blade if you want to. But again, I think this is primarily made, like I said, as a Scout. And when I hear Scout, at least as far as this blade is concerned, I think Boy Scout. This would be a tremendous Boy Scout blade. Forget that little Swiss Army knife. No, no, no. This is what you want. Much better, much more versatile overall. Take a much better beating. You can do a lot of bushcraft, woods lore type skills with this blade. If you wanted to, you could add some grip tape or Ranger bands or something, you know, whatever you got, bicycle inner tubes. Add a little extra grip to this. One thing I actually thought about was adding some of that sticky rubberized pebbled bed liner to this thing if you wanted to for better grip. Like I said, for my standard size hands, I think it's a little small overall. It's okay, it's perfectly functional, I'm not knocking it, but I prefer some of my other standard Mora blades. Let me compare this here. Let me get the sheath out of the way. Let's compare this to the Mora Clipper, or the Companion as they call it, right there. Grip angle and all is very, very different. This has the checkered grip on it and all. But again, I'd say this is for your average sized, man-sized hand. This is for smaller hands. Now, let me compare this blade to my favorite, this overmolded grip on a Mora blade. Can't remember the number off the top of my head, but tremendous difference in the grips overall, as far as thickness goes, etc. And obviously the blades are different. Different edge on them. Not edge, but point on them. They're both Scandi grind. So, anyway, for my hands, I like this one, but for smaller hands, if I was teaching somebody, girlfriend, small child, you know, non-teenager, I'd go for this one. This is a great choice. Plus, you can customize it. If they like yellow, get them a yellow one. If they like blue, get them a blue one. If they like red, get them a red one. It's going to do whatever you want to. A little bit smaller, but you can still baton with this. You can do whatever you need to with it. Like I said, I have not used this one much. I just picked it up just to get it. I've used it a little bit, but stainless steel. So for somebody who's just starting out, I think this is a great choice, so they don't have to worry as much about maintaining their carbon steel blades. I prefer carbon steel. You know I do. If you watch my videos, I personally pick this clipper here, companion in carbon steel, over this one for my personal use. But again, trainer blade, this is the way to go. Sheath on this one, hard plastic like the rest of the Mora line. You actually have a hole down here at the bottom, if you can see that, for attaching it to your leg more securely, etc., to your pack, what have you. That actually does act as a drain hole. You're not going to be able to see it, but there's a little hole in the bottom there for drainage. This has a very different attachment than most of your Mora line. That's a little upper clip here that I've not seen in anything other than the Scout that I'm aware of from Mora. So this thing slides in, clips in, but does not clip in anywhere near as deep or as heavily as any of these. I mean, these things aren't coming out unless you really try. This pulls out fairly easily. And again, I think that's probably for use with children and smaller frame females, that sort of thing. If you really want this thing secured, you're going to have to use this upper clip. It's rubberized. It's not rubber, but clips in there like so. It does have some little edge grooves there for your finger to get some traction on when you're trying to open it up. Secures fairly well. Not sure how well that's going to hold up to long-term use, but I think it's going to be okay, especially for a beginner. So with this clipped in, this is going absolutely nowhere. I can beat this to death and it's not going to come out. So you got to grab that. Well, there I go. Snap it open, pull it out. So that's fine. Kind of a standard belt attachment back here. Rubberized, fairly soft. Technically, this does slide on and off. This piece right here is one piece with this little part that lips around the basic sheath there. So that does slide up and down a little bit. You could take that off like so if you wanted to, though I'm not sure why you'd want to. So just different for your standard Moras. Interesting. I don't have any major problems with it. I like personally the friction style ones that just fit down in like so. But honestly, if you want to be paranoid, I guess this is okay. I just kind of worry about that necessarily catching a limb or something like that, and then this thing's going to fairly easily catch loose. But it's going to take a fair amount of friction to catch this and pop it open. So maybe I'm overthinking it. I've just not carried this enough. There's the back side of it, just to show you guys. Nothing pretty, nothing fancy, but a decent functional blade. Like I said, roughly 15 bucks on average for the price. I believe I paid 12 or 13 for it, or a little less than that because it was on sale. But like I say, if you're going to get somebody into bushcraft, maybe you don't want the black one, or maybe you do if they're into all the Ninja Commando stuff. But if you want something pretty, get them a blue one, get them a yellow one, green, or whatever colors they all come in. Nice stuff. So again, compared to the standard clipper, blades are a little bit different. This one's a little bit beefier, but this is fine for smaller work. No problems with it whatsoever. Would highly recommend this for getting somebody in blade craft and just basic fixed blade uses. I think this is a great choice overall, so thought I'd talk about it tonight. Anyway, that's the Mora Scout or the Mora 440. This time obviously in black. MD Prepper, out.